Boleh Lemah je suara tu. Okay. Saya pun tengah sarapan ni, lapar. Okay. Chapter 14 ni, MRP. Okay, we only cover the MRP, the Material Requirements Planning. And we are not covering the ERP part. All right. Okay, so what is this MRP about? All right. Saya rasa nota ni is very handy. Semua dah diceritakan. Alright, this wheel coach case study is a very good case study for you to understand how the people place an order for dependent demands. Alright. So what they are producing? They are producing dia apa ni? Ambulance. Okay, this company producing ambulance. So there are several types of ambulance. Okay, so you will see many parts that has to be ordered before you will be able to complete the final assembly of the product. Okay. Ada siapa lagi? Saya bagi Chan ada lagi beberapa few seconds. Alright. So this is the dependent demand. Alright. You can see the definition for dependent demand here. Okay. Alright. So MRP, okay, what is actually MRP? Well, MRP, if you work in a company, MRP is actually a system that it is, it is a little bit complicated, and normally the company will have it stored in a computer, and some of the company bought the MRP software, but for a student, we try as much as possible for the student to get to know what's behind the MRP system software. Okay, so that is why you need to do a little bit calculation, the manual calculation, so you will know that is actually happening in the MRP system. What you are doing is actually happening in MRP system. Alright, I want you to write down, okay. Ini Arif Yusof ni kenapa ni? Masuk banyak kali ni. Arif Yusof duduk satu hostel ke dengan awak ni?
Doktor, tadi saya punya laptop hang. So saya masuk ikut phone dulu. So
keluar masuk awak ni
sorry doktor.
Okay. Alright, I want you to write down, okay, this is considered the definition of the MRP. I want you to write it down, okay, because I want you to make sure you know, okay, this MRP is actually determines when to begin producing the components and what quantity. So these are very important keywords, when and what. Okay, I want you to write this down, this whole thing, because as we go along this whole chapter, I want you to make sure, okay, have you able to identify the meaning? MRP determines when to begin. Okay, I want you to identify that. And I also want you to identify, does MRP determines what quantities? Okay, that is the reason why you need to write it down this clearly. And I want you to also taking into consideration, okay, how these lead times taking into consideration in MRP. Okay. All right. So there are 3 items. Okay. And also another one is stock in hand. Okay, you will see that this MRP also considers stock in hand, which is inventory. Okay, I want you to write this down and I want you to make sure, okay, these four keywords: when, what, lead time, and stock in hand. Stock in hand ke stock on hand? On hand Grammar bertergabung. Alright, are you done? Senyap je ni.
Tengah
Dah?
salin.
Tengah salin? Okay dah.
Dah betul.
Alright. Okay. So before you will be able to construct the MRP, so there are a few elements, all right? There are a few elements that you need to accomplish before you will be able to construct the MRP. All right, first thing first is the master production schedule, okay? This for every company, they must have a master production schedule, and this master production schedule specifies what is to be made and when, all right? And this master production schedule must be in accordance with the aggregate production plan, all right? So before you will be able to construct the MRP, first thing first, what you need to have is the MRP. And second thing is the aggregate production plan. Okay. So let us, okay. All right. So what's the difference between master production schedule and the aggregate production plan? Okay. So let's see. Okay. All right. Can you read through your notes? Okay. Can you read through your notes? Okay. And make sure you understand what does it mean by those phrases. Muhammad Nasir Hassan. Muhammad Nasir Hassan. Muhammad Nasir Hassan. All right. All right, so let's see the difference, okay? Before you construct the master production schedule, you must do the planning, okay? So these are the planning stages that you should consider. All right. Okay, remember the production capacity that you have covered before. So this marketing to take care of the customer demand, and this is the finance department to take care of the cash flow. Okay, and everything before you are able to construct the master production schedule. Next, okay, is material requirements plan. Alhamdulillah. All right. Okay, let's see the difference between the master production schedule and aggregate plan. Okay, so for the aggregate plan, okay, so this example given here is for 2 months, which is January and February. So for January, okay, it consists of the total, all right, total number of the production uh, including the whole types, the all types of the model produced in that month. Okay, and the example given here is amplifiers. So there are, okay, how many amplifiers that has been produced by the company? Okay, there are 3 types of amplifier, which is for 240 watt, 150 watt, and 75 watt. So this aggregate plant, so they combines all types of the models in a month. Whereas for the production schedule, okay, dia telah pecahkan mengikut minggu dan mengikut uh, jenis model. Alright, so that's the difference between aggregate plant and master production schedule. Okay, boleh faham?
Faham.
Semua senyap Okey, tak apa. Semua senyap tak apa. Lepas ni tahulah nasib awak Alright, so this master production schedule is actually, okay, different company, okay, will have a different types of production schedule. Okay, say for example, your company is actually practicing receiving order from customer, make to order. Okay, meaning that that company is job shop type. Okay, you receive order from customer A, so this customer A requires you, okay, to produce A type of product. Okay, and you create that master production schedule based on A customer. And then you receive order from customer B, C, and D. And you need to create the master production schedule based on customer B, C, and so on. So that is called the job shop type of production. And say for example, your company is actually doing assemble to order. Okay, so you are actually, okay, if you want to know more about production type, you can refer to chapter 5. Okay, you can refer to chapter 5. So detailed explanation, chapter 5. Okay, kalau kita tengok okay, kalau kita tengok chapter 5. Okay, this is chapter 6. Apa dia cakap? Ini apa? Chapter apa ni? Oh, ini dah. Okay, design of goods, right? Sekejap kita tengok. So this is chapter design of goods. Okay. Yes, process strategy. Okay, are you following? All right, so this is a for process strategy. Okay, Kalau kita tengok kat sini, okay. Alright, so ini type of business in your company. Produk dalam kilang awak ni dia menggunakan proses fokus ke repetitive focus ataupun modular ataupun product focus ataupun mass customization. So if you want to know more about the process, you may refer to chapter 7. Okay, remember we have covered in great detail about the capacity in chapter 7S, but we expect the students to cover by yourself the material in chapter 7. Okay, boleh? Oh, ini sambung tidur ni.
Boleh Doktor, boleh.
Boleh Doktor?
Boleh Doktor, boleh.
Sambung tidur ke korang ni? Alright, so next is bill of material. Alright, so after you have constructed the master production schedule, okay, and the aggregate plan where you have the number of demands, okay, number of demands by your customer. So next, okay, what you really need to prepare is bill of material. Okay, these bills of material is actually gives you the list of components for the product. Okay, you have the product. Okay, so for example, you want to have the amplifier product. Okay, so your company is producing the amplifier, say, and you know how many quantity. Okay, so you know the quantity that is required. We call it the demand from your customer, and then you need to know the details components for each amplifier. So the detailed components for each amplifier is actually shown in bill of material. So where bills of material, or sometimes you will get the abbreviation of BOM. So this bill of material actually gives you detailed list of components, okay, needed to make product, okay, and it depends. If you are in food industries, you will have a detailed ingredients, okay, for your end product, and what are the materials, okay, to make the end product. All right. So this bill of material is actually list of components, okay, component A, component B, and those kind of things. So you will see the list only. And if you want to know how the product is being manufactured, which is, for example, product A being will be assembled to product B and so on. So the bill of material, if you represent it schematically, you will get the product structure. Okay, so can you write it down, the meaning, the definition for the bill of material? Tulis sekarang definition. Okay, dalam masa yang sama, saya nak kamu bagi nama dekat chat box. Okay, give your name in chat box in capital letter. Now, Okay. Are you done? All right.
Done,
So,
Dr.
so that's the definition for the bill of material. All right. And if you define it and if you present your bill of material schematically, okay, so this is what you will get. All right. This is what we call the product structure. Okay. So this amplifier, okay. Okay ni amplifier ni alright. So this amplifier, okay, for the product structure, it must have the level. Okay, level 0, okay, level 0 to show the finished product. Okay, level 0 is to show the finished product. And the product is amplifier, okay? And one amplifier is made up of 2 sub-assembly B and 3 sub-assembly C. And this sub-assembly B and C, we put that as level 1. Okay, boleh faham And one sub-assembly B is made up of 2 Ds and 2 Es. And one sub-assembly C is made up of 2 E's and 2 F's. And one F is made up of 1 G and 2 D's, okay? If you see here, this component D, okay, used to made up of F, okay, we put as third level, okay, as D that is used to make up the B. Okay, kita tak letak kat sini. Okay, dia mesti sama level dengan kat bawah ni. Kalau ada ujung bawah lagi, maknanya kita letak di ujung bawah lagi lah. Alright. So this horizontal line, okay, this horizontal line B and C is actually being assembled. Okay, B is assembled to C. Dia telah dipasang. Okay, say for example, so okay, kat sini G and D here, dia telah dipasang. Say for example, there are D component, so dia transform into another form of product. So if it is straight line, vertical, there are some process that has to be done for that. Faham maksud saya? Kalau dia vertical, okay, kalau dia horizontal, dia dipasang. Kalau dia vertical, there are some mechanical properties that has been changed from lower level to higher level. Contohnya kalau D ni dia ditukar kepada katakan D2. Okay, mungkin dia melalui some kind of heat treatment ke apa benda ke, those kind of thing. Boleh faham
Faham tak? Boleh.
Okay,
Faham, Dr. Faham.
simple je kan, senang je. Okay. Faham juga Alright. Okay, alright. So kita buat calculation sikit Okay, boleh? Alright, so one, okay, one A requires 2 B's, 3 C, and 1 B requires 2 E's and 2 D's. And 1 C requires 2 E and 2F. And 1F requires 1G and 2D. All right. So if you requires 50 of A, so how many Bs, okay, that you need to prepare, which is 2 multiply 50 equals 100. So 50 A's requires 100 B's, 150 of C, and so on. So there are two different types of calculation if you want to determine the total number of components for every level. Okay, so this is one type of calculation. You determine on the product structure, and another one you can do this kind of calculation. So it's up to you. Whichever one do you prefer, is up to you. Okay, boleh eh? Alright, jadi okay, let's demonstrate the theory to get number of components. Okay. Okay, so let's do this question. Okay, question number 3. Alright, so let's do this question. Okay. Okay, as the production planner for Jiangling Hu Products Incorporation, you have been given a bill of material. Bill of material is actually a list, eh? Okay, a bill of material for a bracket. Okay, that is made up of a base, 2 springs, and 4 clamps. Okay, so consider this one is apa benda barang kita tu tadi tu? Bracket. Okay. Kita bayangkan ini bracket kita eh. Okay. So this is bracket. Okay. Bracket is made up of a base. Katakan ini base eh. Base dia perlukan 1. Okay. Dan 2 spring. Katakan ini spring eh. Saya buat S je lah eh. Spring. Dia ada 2 springs and 4 clamps. So clamps kat sini eh. So clamp ni saya buat C. How many? 4. Okay, 4 clamps. Okay. The base is assembled from 1 clamp and 2 housing. So yang ni clamp 1, lepas tu housing H. H apa? Housing berapa? 2 housing. Okay. Okay, remember? Alright, the clamps, okay? The bracket is made up of 4 clamps, 1 base and 2 springs. Alright. And remember, the base requires 1 clamp. So clamp kat sini kita push it to, this is level 0, this is level 1, this is level 2. So we push the clamp down to level 2 because clamp is also required to assemble the base. Okay, boleh. So can you complete this question? Okay, the A question. You are required to design a product structure, noting the quantities. Okay, inilah yang macam saya buat ni. Alright, can you do it now?
Boleh tak saya?
Okey doktor, boleh doktor.
Okay. Okay, share awak punya jawapan. Okay, can you share your answer to the WhatsApp so that I will know what you are doing is correct? All right, Stewart, yours is correct. All right. So now, can you calculate B? Okay. Can you calculate B? Okay, ada yang dah buat calculation? Alright, Yasmin, thank you. Okay, Yasmin. Okay, Yasmin, can you switch on your camera for a while?
Wait,
Gelabah cik tudung. Gelabah cik tudung. Jangan bolok dalam selimut tudung. Pakai tudung cantik sikit. Okay, switch on camera. Dah. Okay, orang lain macam mana? Have you completed? Okay, Yasmin. Alright. Okay, sekarang ni kamu dah kira dekat atas kamu punya product structure Alright. Jadi apa yang saya nak kamu buat, kamu list down. Okay, bracket equals to 50. So base equals to 50. Spring equals to 100. So clamp equals to berapa? 50 plus 200. So total clamps required are 250. Macam tu lah. Dia kena buat satu-satu macam tu Alright. Jadi sekarang ni for question C, okay. Compute the net quantities needed if there are 25 of the base and 100 of the clamps in stock. So for question C, we are talking about the inventory. So kita nak 15 bracket requires 50 bases. So kita ada 25 stok, jadi kamu hanya perlu balik base sebanyak 25 sahaja. Alright. So clamp, you required clamp 250 and you have 100 in stock. So you only need to assemble or you buy the clamp component about 150 sahaja. Okay, that's it. Okay. Alright, so kita sambung next week Okay. Saya ada kelas lepas ni.
Doktor.
Saya.
Tadi doktor cakap yang untuk C tu, 25 bases yang ada, so kita just buy another 25.
Yes, correct.
Okay doktor. Okay.
Correct. Yes, correct. So orang lain macam mana?
So far okay.
Okay. Dalam kelas kita ni ada Sebastian tak?
Section satu lagi doktor.
Section satu lagi So kelas ni ada steward lah Dia macam ada satu kelas tu dia macam ada dia punya significant figure dia. Kalau kelas satu lagi tu dia ada Sebastian dengan Fahim. So kelas ni awal-awal dulu saya perasan ada seorang tu memang non-stop dia keep responding to me. Tapi in the end yang tinggal hanya Prime dengan Stewart aja Orang lain macam mana?
Ada doktor.
Ada memang ada Amir, tapi awak diam aja kan. Jadi saya tak tahulah awak wujud ke tak wujud kan.
Lambat sikit doktor nak catch up.
Dia kalau lambat tu awak pressure lah saya. Saya ni tak faham ni, slow sikit. Slow sikit. Mengajar tu slow sikit. Saya ni tak faham. Cakap dia macam tu sebab kalau awak cakap awak slow, orang lain sebenarnya lagi slow ada. Lepas tu penyudahannya bila dah slow tu kan, terus dia tutup, dia tarik selimut, tutup muka terus kan, dah menyampah kan, tak faham. Bila rasa sebab saya tak tahu, sebab selalunya lah kalau dapat section yang awal-awal ni kan 3, 4, 5, 6 ni selalunya pandai kan. Jadi laju je lah kan. Kadang-kadang ada juga student yang cakap dengan saya, slow lah puan, laju sikit boleh tak? Kan? Ada juga yang macam tu. Jadi saya tak tahu. Awak tak cakap, saya tak tahu. Kan? Boleh Alright? Alright. see you all next week. Have a long weekend. Okay. Weekend ni nak beraya ke mana? Weekend ni cadang nak beraya ke mana? Ada 3 hari tu boleh beraya kan? Pagi sampai malam boleh beraya. Alright. See you guys next week. Have a good weekend. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum. Bye-bye.
Thank you.